Hello, it's Bonnie and I'm back, and I've already started creating the embellishments and putting them on the front. This is the second part of the first video where I showed you how I created the altered box. So I'm just decorating the box now, and what I have done so far, I just wanted to let you know, this is something that you really didn't need to see, is I went ahead and I used, I need a piece of paper behind this. I went ahead and I used the stamps that came with this set, and I stamped all of the foliage that's on here. And I stamped it with the new limited edition solid gold metallic ink. And I also wanted to tell you that these did come with dies, but it's really important for you to know that, I'm going to get this right, this has the die, this does not have a die, this has a die, this has a die, this does not have the die. Those are the ones that I used. So I fussy cut this one and this one to put on the front of this box. All I did was glue these on around the opening that I made, and this I used double-sided foam tape to put up on top. So basically this is what they look like. You can see them on there, and the gold ink that I used, and like I said, and then like I said, they had the dies that went with it. So what I want to do on the inside is, you know, I made two of these. I decided I wanted to raise it up just a little bit to give it a 3D look. And so I saved the box that this came in and cut that apart, it's cardboard, to make myself a standing block to put inside, and then I'm going to set my flower on top of that. Now, if you want to know, I mean, you can make it whatever size and depth that you want. I wanted to see if my ruler would work. Nope, this one's a little bit too short. Hold on a second. Okay. So, if you want to make one, oh, it's about 6 inches. Nope, it's about 6 and, I would make it 6 1/4. And then you would just, you have to allow for this end first. You fold this end in first, about that far. Fold it in half to there, and then fold it in half again. And then you will end up making yourself a box that will make up a standing box. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I just, this probably won't hold right now, so I'm probably going to have to come back and show you, but I'm just going to go ahead and put regular glue on there and attach that together. Now that's not going to stay together without me connecting that. And I usually use clothespins to do that. So I'm going to keep that like that for a while and let that dry. So then the next thing I'll do is I'll adhere that to the inside of the box and put the flower on top. The other thing that I did, go ahead and see if I found, okay, is I did use one of the sentiments from this set as well. I used the Merry Christmas, and I went ahead and stamped that on white and used black ink. And what I want to do is I want to hang that right there. And in order to do that, I am going to use the bottom part of this acrylic and my scissors. And all I'm going to do is cut 2 strips because I don't want it to wobble. So I'm going to cut some of this acrylic at the bottom. And it's probably about 2 inches. Hard to see that, but it's about 2 inches. I can hold it over the dark part. And I'm going to cut that in half. Then what I'm going to do on the one end, I'm going to move this box just for a second. You can't really see this acrylic here. Let me get a little closer. There we go. I'm going to use the score tape. And what I'm going to do for the score tape is on one side, I'm putting the score tape at the bottom on this side. And I think that's right, yeah. And I'm also going to be putting it, yeah, actually I could put almost the whole thing, but I don't want it to be shown. So let's see here. All right, so that's going to work, and then I'm going to have a little bit up here at the top again to adhere it to the box. But we'll do this first, so it's not that confusing. It is a very cloudy day. It's typically like that in Indiana in the winter time. It's really still November, but we're already getting a lot of cloudy days, and we already had our first snowfall this last week. Just a little bit of, well, we had enough for it to stay in the ground for the day because it warmed up the next day. Okay, so I'm going to line this up, oops, just like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the sentiment right on there. All right, so now I've got 2 acrylic, as you can see. And I'm just going to bring this back just to show you exactly what I'm thinking. So I want this to go and hang up underneath here so that it hangs down. So I'm not going to be putting very much tape at the top of this, but enough that it adheres. So about that much. And a little piece there. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and take that off and get my fingers underneath it. Oh, it just comes off. There we go. Guess bending it worked. Okay. Bringing my box back. And I'm going to be doing this like right down in that hanging spot. Getting my fingers in there is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to turn it. Make sure I have it right before I do that. Hold on. All right. All right, so that's going to work. Just making sure I'm pushing my fingers at the top and the bottom, and that will have my hanging sentiment. And then, like I said, if this is dry, let's see, that's pretty dry. I can use glue and I could use the tape down there, but I think what I'm going to do is, for this situation, I am going to use the score tape. And just a minute. And I'm going to put this here so you can see what I'm doing. Actually, I can just fold this, makes it easier. And I'm putting it on the bottom. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. And I'll bring us down again. All right, so right there. It's not going to have a lot of heavy-duty wear on it, so I'm not too concerned. It's just I have to have it adhered. And that should work. Okay, and again, I'm going to go ahead and take that off. There we go. Sometimes this is a finicky part of doing it. Okay. There we go. All right, so now I want to figure out where that's going to be. And I think in order to do that, I am going to put this on first, because then I can put it whichever direction I want. But let's see. If I had made one of these ahead of time, I would be exact in terms of telling you where I want this to be. But I don't. So I think I'm going to do it so it's more like that. Let's see. I want to make sure I have it over to the side. I think that's going to work. All right. So I'm going to open the box up so I know the direction. bring it back over. I'm going to do it like this. Sounds kind of strange what I'm doing. Okay. Now I want to make sure that I'm going to have this on that side. Okay. So foam tape, I think, for this. And actually, I think I'm going to put it on the box, not in this. So the one side, like I said, I have the double-sided, or the score tape. This side, I'm just going to put the foam tape. And that should work. Yep. I'm going to try this. Because of the finicky part of me putting my fingers and my hands in here, makes it a little bit harder. But this is where we're going to put it. And I think that's going to work. Alright, so I'm going to push it like that and then push it down. Make sure that I've got that secured. Push that back up. And then I'm going to position the flower. And this is going to be the harder part. Alright, so then if I see how I like it there, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push that down to adhere it and push it back up. So that gives me a little bit of a 3D effect when I'm making this. And you can do that with other things as well. So let me pull that back up. So that's basically how that's going to look. I'm going to add a few more things, I think, to it. But for right now, I wanted to get that part done. So, all right. I'm going to find some more embellishments and I'll be right back. Okay, so I thought I'd add one little bit more of the of a leaf here for this poinsettia that's beneath, and then I thought I'd give these a try. They're not my favorite because maybe it's probably because I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to be using them, but they basically fell apart for me. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try again. I thought maybe I was supposed to peel these off, and then some of the pieces don't come, so I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing with these, but I'm going to go ahead and give this a try again. And basically, I guess I'm thinking of it as more like a rub-on. I wasn't really sure because a lot of the pieces just didn't want to come off. But this is how I'm doing it. I'm sure that you want to leave a comment below about how it works better for you. That's great because that'll help somebody else when they go to use them. So then I try to, like I said, pull these off like they were transfers. But here, let me get a little bit closer. It didn't seem to want to cooperate really super well with me. I got two up above, so we're just hoping to get something down here. I don't think the little circles are liking to come off with this one. But I'm going to do what I can do. So, there we are. I just wanted to give that a little bit of some gold to the top of it to blend in with what the box has on it. So that's how I did that. Maybe for a card, when I make a card, that'll work out better to use those. But so that's basically what I did. I don't know how well we're going to see it again today unless I close my curtain. Let's go ahead and turn it on so you can see. There, we can see the lights a little bit. Let me go ahead and shut my curtain and see if we can see those lights a little bit better. I think you will. I can see it really good in my room, but the light from over there is really blocking. I wonder if I could do this. There we go. I'm holding this up so you can see that the lights are there. Whoops. Gives you a little bit of an idea of what it looks like if it's dark. So I just want to thank you for stopping by and seeing what you can do with the box that your product came in. The other thing I'm going to do, eventually, I don't know that I'm going to do a video for this, but this box also came with this envelope. And I think this would be really cool to go ahead and recycle this one or alter this one as well and put some cards inside of it. So, and that could be even a gift. So I think I'm going to work on this. If it works out the way I think, I'll go ahead and do a video. Again, I want to thank you for stopping by. In the descriptions for both of the videos, I will have the product I use, but for the most part, you saw the product I use. It was from the box, other than the Tim Holtz Tiny Lights. Thanks so much for stopping by.